meeting. Okay. Welcome to the review of the loan application and RDL process. I want to thank you for your time this morning as we begin the journey of upgrading and testing and verifying our new RDL process. I'm going to walk you through an agenda that outlines basically the overview of the loan application as we know it and as it will really evolve moving as we upgrade, and the RDL process. I'll talk a little bit about the loan application process just because it is aligned with the RDL components, and we have a couple of features that have really the connection of where you are in the loan application and the RDL, what RDL you'll be looking at. I'll go over document management through the RDL, how to launch it, how to view documents, add documents, request documents, and how to upload and download as well as we move forward. So the loan application process currently, as we know it, is a phased approach. Moving into the new system, we will actually change that phased approach to sales stages. And in the sales stages, you'll see here that I have 5 different stages in this process. This right here in terms of the workflow is a pre-qualify, which was known as phase 1 with credit pool and auto review. You'll have the packaging process, which is RDL with auto review, and RDL for the 7A and large loan packaging, and the prepare to submit. We have a decisioning section, so these are still aligned with that phase, a pre-close and a close section. You'll see below in the snapshot of our new CRM system that it follows the pre-qualify, the package, the decision, and pre-close and the close. And I want to share that with you just because it's important as we move forward what you'll see in terms of the RDL and how it aligns with these phases in the sales process. Any questions on this? Great.
No.
So in terms of the required document list, it's been pretty vital for us to better understand how we can improve the RDL. It's probably been on our hit list since 2010, and we were finally able to accomplish the upgrade in a way that was meaningful. And when I say meaningful, it means that it's responsive, that it can adjust, and that it can be aligned with the work that we do. It also means reducing multiple steps. And so as you can see here on the left-hand side, we have the current RDL application and the new RDL application and some of the things that are different in terms of moving forward. Now, it doesn't solve for everything, but we think it solves for several things. One is that we have a centralized location for uploads into the system versus moving through entity to entity in order to submit. We believe that just having that centralized is a huge accomplishment because everyone is seeing where things are. Not only is it centralized, but it's also defined. So free type is limited and actually has specific document definitions for you to upload. So when someone says, I need this, everyone knows what that something is. There's no deviation for it. In terms of automatically verifying when you upload or something is received, the RDL as we know it, you would have to click on manually. That automatically verifies when you upload the document. Other things are we have an adjustable RDL, so you'll see we've created several things that we call templates for different products that we're utilizing in order to meet our goals, but also to leverage other funding sources. There's also something that folks have seriously been asking since, I would probably say, 2012, and that there is a methodology for the client, meaning our loan applicant, to actually submit and upload documents directly to the RDL. So a couple of things just in terms of how to access. In your loan application section, you'll see here that I'm in loan application testing Fund Cinco Biz 2, and there is this button called Launch RDL. This RDL launch is vital to you because this is where everything that comes and surrounds packaging is incorporated. This element allows both the underwriter, the lending team, the secondary lender, all to be able to see what is going on in the packaging. When you open the RDL launch button, you'll actually see a new window pops open with CRM behind it. You'll see here, and I'll demonstrate it live in a minute, but I have some other stuff I need to go over. You'll see here that there will be something called the RDL, and you'll see something called the Add Item, Edit List, and Request Documents, which I'll demo shortly too. So a couple of things about the new RDL and packaging. There are several programs that you all know we strive to aim for, and one is the 7A and also doing the large loan. You'll see here there's really 3 types of loan packaging processes. Actually 2, because they're defined, 2 of them are defined the same. So the first one is the small loan RDL, the second is a 7A loan RDL, and the third one is a large loan RDL. And we'll go through that in a minute, but every loan application will have an additional RDL called pre-close after a final decision approval is done. What we have found in the process of packaging is while perfecting the file, a significant amount of miscommunication has risen and really stressed people out because people feel I've perfected my file in packaging and I still have more documents to go. We now have a packaging RDL, if you will, that is to determine the loan and how much the loan will be and if it will actually become a loan, and a second RDL that is about perfecting the loan so that we can close the loan to the best of our ability with more documents really around this legal elements that we need. You'll see here there's a pre-close general, there's a pre-close FE, so furniture, fixtures, and equipment, and then a pre-close of real estate. For the small loan process, you'll see the RDL, and I'll demonstrate this. The RDL is still generated the same way as it was previously. So the RDL is aligned with auto review. So you'll see RDL is automatically generated when auto review is done. When you hit launch RDL, you will have what is required for you to package the deal. Once a team member has completed the RDL for decision, the underwriter will determine which second RDL for perfecting the loan should be applied. It could be the following of these 3. For the 7A large loan process, the RDL, again, is automatically generated with auto review. However, the lender must override the RDL and choose the 7A cash flow in order to move forward. This requires a confirmation that the 7A large loan is chosen in CRM through the 7A section. You will choose the 7A cash flow RDL, and once you complete it, you will queue it up for decision to our team members. That underwriter will then add an additional RDL to proceed, either the 7A final decision RDL or the 7A real estate final decision, or the large ones as well. After you complete that, there is another, as several of you have already done, additional review of the documents that are submitted there. And then from there, you'll actually have a third RDL, which is the pre-close RDL. All right, so any questions so far?
No.
Liliana, oh, sorry. This is Liliana. Will it identify if we're able to qualify them for like an AA loan and then take out, all the financials?
Can I answer, Selena?
Yeah, please do.
Yes, we are going to have the template for the AA. I mean, it's not going to automatically identify it for you, but we will have one of the templates on the drop-down will be the AA and any others. We have not added that in there yet.
Mm-hmm. So it won't automatically happen though, Lillian, if that's your question.
Okay, thank you.
But we will have the ability, just as I'll demonstrate the 7A one, you will then have the ability to override and do an AA template. Is that correct, Ellie?
Correct.
Got it. Okay, so great question. Let me go ahead and move into our system. So you'll see here that I am in my loan application section. So I've opened my sales. I've gone to loan application section. It's pulling my open loan apps as my default, but I can also look at open loan applications and things of that nature. For purposes of this, I'm just going to stay here, and I'm going to choose one of these. My loan application, while it's opening, I will then show you here that pre-qual package decision, pre-close and close. We have identified key fields that are important to folks. We asked several lenders, what would you like to see up here? And so when someone calls, you can actually see here, okay, this is request amount by client. This is the auto review status, the tier. I know a loan officer recommendation hasn't been made, and it hasn't been moved to packaging, right? So those are things that I would look at. This is actually not a good file to look at because I don't have several things in place. Nellie, can you give me a loan application I should look at? One of the ones you have.
PRM 16 base 1. You can use 1 through 6, whatever.
Okay. So you can type things in here, and you'll see here it will pull up loan applications and businesses with the aligned name. So the search elements for CRM 2016 are really are pretty robust. So you'll see here how this changed, right? Where this is a very different file. I'll go to my pre-qual. You'll see here that this has been approved and that my max amount approved is $65,000. So I'm sitting here in my, basically looking at my sales process, and you'll notice here the launch RDL. Now I want to let you know that if you are in a, say you go and visit the primary contact, right, and you're like, I need to update something about Hector, I can click on Hector and see information here. But notice that I can also add documents and view documents. I could also go into his business, right, and look at that. And you'll see here in the business, it will actually allow me to view and add documents. If you add documents to the business in the contact, they do not automatically connect to the RDL. So when you're packaging a deal, well, prior to, we would say go into each entity, it's important to realize that you only want to add your packaging documents through the RDL in the loan application and not in the contact and business. So if you upload a driver's license into the contact section, you will not see it in the RDL. And so we're currently trying to figure out a solution if there's a way we can align it. But if Selena walks in, gives you her driver's license, and you scan it, you would need to make sure you upload it through the launch RDL. And this is just to make sure that everyone can see what is being added to the loan application. So I'm going to click on Launch RDL. And you'll see, as I mentioned earlier, the loan application sits in the back, and then your work view or the checklist will sit up in the front. You'll see here that I have the RDL, and I can click on it, and it's going to open and show me what I need. Articles of incorporation, borrowing resolution, things of that nature. Pretty straightforward in the RDL world. right? So if I want to say, can I upload to these, Nellie? Is that okay?
Yes.
Okay, great. So to upload, I'm going to click on this. I'm going to click on that. And you'll see that this has been uploaded into and received. We're currently experiencing an error by it moving into the unsorted items, but technically it should sit up here as a completed document, and we've submitted that ticket. So this would technically sit over here in the RDL section and be fine. So pretty simple, right? I don't have to click on received or anything like that. I'm basically clicking up upload, right? Choosing my document, so from my desktop or from my documents or from my PC, and then just uploading. So I'll just go back to that picture. This poor picture is going to be in a lot of places. It tells you that it's been uploaded, and again, I can see that it's been received. I can add notes. These notes don't necessarily translate into the data information or the file information from a database process, but you may say footprint is a little small, right? And I could add, and there's a note, right? So someone can come in and take a look and see what this is. And then also if you do have a note, they'd be able to see it. So if I want to add an item, say I'm in the RDL and I actually want to add, what should I add? Let's see here. Okay, I'm going to add a lease agreement. Does that sound all right, Nellie?
Yes.
And I just want to add it to the RDL. So I'm going to hit add, and then you'll see here now that I have a lease agreement, right? We know sometimes that people also want us to do a business plan. I may not need it, but he gave it to me, right? Or to start up and I need it, so I've added it. You'll see the business plan comes in here, right? Any questions on this? Any thoughts on it?
Looks great.
Yeah. So if I'm sitting here and say I'm 80% done, let's say 80% done, and I want to ask my client to send me more documents. You'll see here, go back, I can click here and request documents. So I'm going to click request documents and say, I really need, obviously, his bank statements. You'll notice it's populating here. Or maybe I want all of it, and so I want to add all of them to this. And you'll see here there's a selected items, and it populates all of these that are here. I'm going to remove them and just do a couple, right? And yeah, I don't want that. He may come in. And then you'll notice here a notification email. So I can actually say, okay, once this guy or this gal has submitted, I want to know when they receive it. You can actually add another person to the list as well, or even more if you'd like, so that once they upload a document, you will receive a notification. So you can generate an email here, and you'll see here that you can either copy this, and I know you all use your own language, you use a certain tone and things like that, so I just want to copy it, or I just want to maybe copy the URL and send this person an email. Does that make sense to folks?
Selena, are you by any chance going to show an example of what a client or an applicant, how they would upload their own documents?
Yep. You betcha.
Awesome.
I'm actually, Nellie, can I send this to you so you can demo it?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, great. So I didn't hear anything from you all, so I'm hoping that just how you email someone is pretty simple. So documents needed for Lift Fund loan application, right? So I'm going to paste my RDL, right, like I just did, or if I want, I can copy this whole, right, email and take this out, drop it in. I can also, and we need to verify that we'll be able to do this, is I can launch it through this, and then it'll see document upload requests directly from your email. Again, this is very limited text, and I know folks have certain languages they use. So I'm sending this to Nellie. Dear Nellie, it was great talking to you. In order to move forward with the loan application, I need the following documents by Friday. Click on the following link or paste to your favorite browser to upload your documents directly to our to your loan application. Thank you, Selena. So I'm going to send that. It's going to go to Nellie. I'm going to close out. And then Nellie, I'm going to make you presenter so you can show what that looks like.
I have a quick question. Since if we launch it through the RDL and use that function for the email, is it going to automatically track it, or do we still have to click track and then set regarding?
We are not requiring for you to track it. That is of your own accord. You would probably have to generate your own email manually in order to do the tracking, though.
Got it.
You see, guys, the open email that I received from Selena?
Yes.
Okay.
That is a stellar email.
Okay. So as a customer, all they need to do is to click on this link, and it's going to take them to a list that shows the documents that we are requesting, you know, the lease agreement and the business plan. So I'm going to enter my lease agreement first.
Are you demoing right now, Nellie?
Yes, you guys can see?
No, we see your output.
We lost it.
Your GoToMeeting screen. I know
oh, then I'm going on the wrong. Okay, yeah. Let me move it back here. Can you see it now?
Yeah, perfect.
Okay. So let me go back so you can see it. From here, when I open the link, it takes me to, as a user, you say it has the list of documents they need. You know, upload request, the name of the business, and the list of documents. So in order for them to upload, they click on select. Like in this case, I'm going to upload the first thing I have on my desktop. Oh, it didn't let me upload it. It has to be one of these. Okay, good example. Okay. Upload it. Now I'm going to upload the business plan. Okay. You see, I see that this one, I need to delete it. How do I delete it? Okay. They cannot upload PowerPoint presentations. It's not in one of the extensions here, and that's what it's giving me that. But the other ones that I uploaded as a Word document, PDF, Excel file. You can see here pictures. You can see these are the type of documents that are acceptable to be uploaded. So you can see as a user, now I see a sign that says this has been uploaded. You know, I just realized that it's showing it on this side, Selena. Let me open it on Google Chrome.
Okay, that sounds good.
Okay, let me open it on Google Chrome. So one of the instructions right now, it says, copy your browser into your favorite, copy this link to your favorite browser. I'm going to copy it to Google Chrome since that one, it is better than. Same thing, I'm going to the link that we just found. I'm going to enter. You see, it gives me the uploaded message. I'm going to upload the business plan, and it's been uploaded. So as a user, all I need to do at this point is has been already been transferred to our system, and I can just close. Selena just submitted a request to give a message to the customer as to what do they need to do next once they click uploaded. The link is going to be open for, right now we say 3 weeks. They can go back in there and enter more information. But once the link is expired, you can send it as many times as you want. And each link will come with the, with a different email.
Any questions or comments on this design? Good and bad, this is the time to let us know. So that if you indeed you all feel like there needs to be more instruction for the client, or this is now the time to speak.
Well, that's really cool, that attachment, that uploads directly from the client, doing it on themselves. That's awesome.
Yeah. And I was telling Nellie, some of you guys will have people who come in, right? You might have sent this email, right? But you'll have this link, and you can actually help them upload their documents directly as well, either through this or through the RDL.
Cool.
One question, Selena. If they upload the wrong thing, do we have the opportunity to go in and remove it?
It's a good question.
Yes, they can. They can upload it again to that same link.
Yeah. They can re-upload, and you can.
We as lending assistants will be able to remove it?
Yes.
You will be able to overwrite it, but not delete it. Right, Nellie?
Correct.
Right. And I'll demonstrate that, Lilian, shortly through add item. You have an option to do it.
Thank
you.
You.
You're saying they put their business plan where their driver's license is, things like that, right?
Exactly.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you should be able to remedy it. That's a very good question, so I'll make note to include that in the training.
What if the client, they scan one page at a time? So are they going to, if it's business plan and there's 8 pages, and are they going to be able to do 8 different attachments to that one section?
Yes, they do.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Someone asked, does the CRM notify us when the client has uploaded the docs? The answer is yes. So
I send you.
You get a
give you.
notification. You want to give it back to me, Nellie?
Yes.
It hasn't informed me, but I'll show you what we used yesterday. So we'll close that out. So when I request documents, you'll see here this upload notification. So if I do the business plan, right, I'm going to make sure that I include myself to receive that, right? So once this client uploads something to this URL, I should get notified that it actually occurred. Does that make sense, guys?
You know what that is? That's a combination of my phone number.
Okay. So let me show you what that looks like. Let me find the email. that. So this is from Nellie. So this is what it looks like. You would get an email from notification, upload notification, a document or documents of type. Most recent bank statement has been uploaded to CRM 16 Biz 8. So it'll also tell you the loan application in which it was uploaded to. So currently, the full function from upload to push to RDL, it was not working yesterday, so we have the team members working on it right now. But that, just how we did this scenario, Nellie uploads, I get the notification, I can come in here, I would see it received, right, and then I could view it. So if I have a document that is uploaded, I can always view to make sure that it's the right one, right? So this is a picture, right? I can actually download it, I can print it, and I can upload, right? So Lillian, to your question, what if they put the wrong one, right? I can go in, I can hit upload, and it's going to upload as well. We are removing the delete document section, at least at this time. Nellie, you want to explain the purpose around that?
Yes, we just want to make sure that somebody accidentally does not delete something that we're going to need. Because now, we are going to be uploading all the documents. This is the only source that we have as verification, so we don't want to somebody accidentally delete something that we're going to need for audit purposes.
So if this was the wrong document, I would modify, I would actually just upload. Modifying is changing these things, and you don't want to change those things. Does that answer your question, Lillian?
Yes, thank you.
Okay, good. All right. All right, so say this is RDL with 31 docs, right? Your question was, let's say that this is actually going to be a 7A loan. So I'm going to click down here, and I'm going to say, as the lending team member, yes. It's going to stamp your name. Nellie, is this okay if I override it?
Yes.
I
think you need to move it to no first and then back.
Okay. Then change it to yes?
Yes.
So we know that some of you are submitting 7A. We worked with the 7A team, which I'm not sure if they're on the call yet. But you will come down here to the 7A section and choose yes. You'll see that it has basically file stamped me as saying that. I'm going to click on my Launch RDL, and I'm going to edit list, and I'm going to apply template. Now remember earlier I talked about templates, right? So we have that RDL one that you saw, and I will do the drop down so you can see the others right now. So you'll see here in the template section that you'll have several options for those that are doing the cash, really the 7A. You would choose the 7A cash flow RDL. And you'll see here's that list, right? It will say override current checklist. And what this means is that you are not doing a traditional small loan, you're actually doing the 7A packaging, or the 7A cash flow is also for the large loan application too. So I'm going to hit apply template, and you'll see here that that RDL of 31 moved to 2, right? and this one moved to 23. So those documents that were there are now going to be in here. So step one, right, for this is you're going to choose the SBA 7A CA qualified, yes. It's going to verify that you have and file stamp that. You're going to launch RDL, right? Let me close these out again. So 2, you're going to launch RDL. You're going to add item. Oops, sorry. Let me close. Sorry about that, guys. I have a flux of, I'm going to edit list, apply template. I'm going to choose that 7A cash flow. I've already done it right, but you will have to override the RDL. Any questions on that? Nope, pretty straightforward. So I will upload these, and so what we have are 2 files for each of you. I think someone has 1. I think we have 6 files. The lenders on the team, Martha, Liliane, Letty, and Enrique, we will send you those. And what we would like for you all to do is do exactly what I've just done. Upload documents, see that they're there, close out of it, do things that you usually do that you would feel comfortable knowing that this database, this system is going to work for you. Anything you do, nothing is wrong, right, at this point, right? We are here to learn and to make sure that we cover all of our bases. And so from that, you'll see here there's several things here. So when I go to loan launch RDL, right, we want you to test that you can go into the RDL and add an item, right? It doesn't have to be you don't have to actually go find a list of board of directors. We just want you to say, okay, I've added it, right? And that it's there. That I've uploaded. So if I've uploaded something, so, oh, sorry, no, upload. No. That. I'm going to go into my uploads. Right, I'm going to see that it's there, and I want to view to make sure what I put in there is actually there. So there's the add item option that we want you to test. There's the edit list we want you to test. So say I'm done with my cash flow RDL, and one of the 7A writers say the 7A decision is approved, right? So that's great. What will happen is that your underwriter is going to apply, not you, your underwriter is going to apply a 7A final decision RDL. So this is the underwriter saying, yes, I want to add this. And so you'll see that there's now these documents that are going to be required for a final decision from a 7A deal. So I finished that, and the underwriter says, great, this is going to work. You've submitted everything. They're going to go in again, and they're going to add a third RDL, and this is a pre-close general, a pre-close FFE. I will do the general. This is to perfect the file, right? To perfect the file, I'm going to apply the template. So I now know that I have this initial RDL for the 7A, an extended RDL for final decision, and then a pre-close for perfecting the file for closing. Now,
do not worry, it won't be that long for each of the files. The underwriter will edit this list to apply specifically to them, to the loan that they're approving.
Right. So for this, an underwriter will say, actually, I don't need proof of flood. So I'll delete it. So they get to modify these to reflect the deal, both for the pre-close and also for the final decision. For a small loan, it will just be the RDL and one of the pre-close generals, either the pre-close general or the pre-close FFE or real estate will sit here. So for deals that are not 7A or large loan, you will only see these two. So I hit done edit. I can request documents, the same thing I did. You'll see that this list is now extensive, right? I can choose a couple, and then I can generate my email to then send it to the client.
If you notice when you do the upload to request documents, the system automatically defaults to show you the list of the documents that have not been received. So as you receive the customers and the documents and the day-to-day, you know, that list is going to get smaller. Right now, because we don't have a lot of documents attached, you get that big list. But going forward, it defaults to that one. If you need to request a document because it was wrong or something, you can do the view to say that you want to add, including the ones that have been received. If you click on request documents, Selena, you do have the option when it says add visible, show completed items in case you need to see the whole list. But if not, it's going to default to only show you the ones that you're still missing.
So that is through the loan application. So that's what we would like for you all to go in and test. We also would like for you to go into and view documents. So what documents have been uploaded, right, to see what that looks like. You can click, hit on view. This is not showing it.
Maybe launch again.
To launch again? Oh, because I added stuff. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So view documents, I can see when they were uploaded, right? So let me do this one. View it. There's my view of it, so I know it's there. Again, I can choose to download it, print it, things like that. We'd also like for you to go into the contact. You can add documents here. Remember what I said though, if I add here, it is not going to go to the RDL, but we still want you to test adding things in other locations. So I just added that. I'm going to view documents, and you'll see here there's only 4 things, right, associated with this file. Remember that loan application had a whole bunch of documents attached to it. So I can click here, I can view it, it's going to load it, goes out on some of these. Any questions, guys? I can go into the business, right? I can also do the same thing. I can view documents. You'll notice that this actually is aligned with the business name and the loan app. You'll see the sections. The way the structure and hierarchy of CRM is that a loan application is linked to the business. Therefore, you'll always see more between a loan application and a business, and the business is then connected to the contact. And you'll see less on the contact because the business really serves as that link to the loan application. So you'll see here, I uploaded this right here, right? We just saw me do that. So I can view it. It's going to be here. But remember, when I upload from a contact or a business, it's actually not going to be viewed as part of the RDL. So first, from the lending folks, are there any questions? Second, any feedback? Third, any concerns?
Selena, I would like to add that we have the launch RDL inside, at the top of the loan application, because we want to make sure that everything in that related to the loan application, the RDL, is uploaded from there. But if they're working on the loan application, we also have the same link inside the financials and the collateral section, because we know that you often, work very closely looking at information on financials and collateral, so you can go to either of those two sections and upload, launch the same RDL list. When you upload inside that launch RDL list, each document, you see when Selena uploaded the document, just click on upload, the document came, and in the back, when Selena showed you the view, you can see how all those documents have some information that is putting them on the right. You don't have to worry about, not on the assets, on the collateral or financial section.
Sure.
If you open one of the active items that already have in there.
I'm sorry?
If you open one of the active collateral items that you already have, you have already some stuff in there.
Yeah, it's giving me.
Oh, it's giving you an error. Okay.
So technically, it should take you back to that launch RDL as well. Let me go to the financial section real quick and see if it's in there.
Because I tested last week and they were both working.
Mm-hmm. Go from this one, so create a new one, maybe. This one's not activating, Nellie.
Oh, okay. I'll send a ticket. I tested it last week and they were working. The idea is the same, that you can see the same list from 3 different places inside the loan application, so you don't feel like it's only one section. Because that way you are more encouraged to make sure you always remember any document related to the RDL has to be attached to that launch RDL too.
Thank you, Nellie. So, any questions, guys? Cindy, what do you think?
I think it'll take a little bit to get used to remember all of the functions, but it looks really good.
Okay.
And are we going to have us each have a script again on how you want us to play with the RDL, or just kind of wing it?
Do we have scripts for them? We don't have scripts for you.
Okay.
Right now, all we would like for you to do is go into that RDL. You know, we're waiting for BMI to confirm that those issues that we, you know, you saw that we're having, they're fixed. Whenever we notify you, then you can go in there and just launch your RDL, do some of the steps that we show you.
Mm-hmm.
We do have some instructions maybe we can share with them, Selena, just a reminder of the steps to do it.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Okay.
Awesome.
Miss Selena, are we going to be assigned an application where we can upload the RDL?
Yes, ma'am. Nellie, you want to send those out, or where are they?
Yes,
Sign them.
I already assigned them the names. Martha, you have CRM Biz, CRM 16 Biz 1. I will send you the names right now, but I actually made you the loan officer for each of those apps.
Great.
Okay, and do we have I've never tested out the new CRM. Is there like a different login that we should go through?
Yeah, I'll send that to you as well, Martha. I actually have a presentation on that too.
Okay, thank you.
Mm-hmm. Enrique, you good?
I'm good.
Okay. And what are your thoughts?
It's great. It'll probably make life easier on our clients and us.
Yeah.
Instead of getting all this, I don't know, like a whole package, they can just scan it and put it into the system, so that'll save time on them and us.
Great.
So yeah.
Cool. Letty, any thoughts?
It's a lot of information, but I'm sure once I start to get playing with it, it'll be fine.
Okay.
But I did have a question.
Yeah, shoot.
So when do you want us to conduct, like to play around with it and things like that? Just in our spare time?
No, we actually, because of some of the errors you saw, we actually have those pending. We will let you know when to test.
Okay.
Ideally, it's today, but if not, it's sometime tomorrow.
Okay.
Do you need to
Sounds good.
do I need to tell anyone that you're going to be doing this for, I would say maybe 45 minutes to an hour and a half is what you will need.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Thank you.
I will let them know.
I know this is the end of the month, but you know, as soon as we let you know that those issues were fixed, we will really, really appreciate it. We can get some feedback the same day, because we're trying to make sure that if you guys find other issues or other items that need to be added, so that we have them done this week. We're still trying, you know, to stay on schedule for the deployment next week.
Okay.
I'll let you, so once I inform you all, once we get the go-ahead from the consultants, guys, he just sent me an email that they're going to start working on these tickets right now. As soon as I get that, I will email you all along with your supervisors and loan officers so that they know. And then if you need help with anything, feel free to call us and we can share screens and talk shop and walk you through it. You don't have to do this alone. Leanna's on the call, Julia's on the call, myself, Nellie's on the call. So we're happy to walk you through the things that we need you to take a look at. The last thing that we'll need you to verify is once we close the loans that you can actually see the loan documents. So Nellie, you want to demonstrate that?
For which one, Selena?
When they close a loan, that they can see the loan docs?
Yes, one of the things that I mentioned was that when you upload documents from the RDL Launch tool, you don't have to worry about calling the document anything. It can be called whatever. Inside the system, it's going to be called with the name that is on that RDL, tax return, whatever official name we're giving them. And the idea is also that we're consistent. That's also another pain that I think we're going to be resolving with this one, you know, that everybody can actually see where we are on the application, what documents do we have without actually looking through the name. So that is automatically done. Once the application becomes a loan, information is going to be transferred and it's going to be viewed from the business. Let me show you. Can you see my screen now?
Yeah, we can see it.
Okay. So once the application is closed as one, now it's a loan. When we go into the loan, now that the loan is an existing, active customer, you can come and view any documents related to that loan in here. So in this test that I'm showing you, the only documents we had were the documents from the closing uploaded as part of the testing. But now we can see it shows the loan number attached to the document, and we can see all the information that we enter. And we can view it the same way that Selena showed you any documents. This is, not letting me do that. Okay, so this is the test, but the document is that you selected, you can view it. If we ever need to download, view, print, access any information, we'll be able to see anything that was document, loan application related, collateral documents, loan documents, all on the same place, but with the category of what kind of document do we have in here. If the loan is an existing loan and you add in any documents that come once it's an existing loan, you will follow the same. We have the add documents feature, the same as we have it on the contact, the business, and in the loan application. You see when it opens, it gives you some automatic fields that are going to tell you this belongs to Michael, this is the name of the business, and it's going to have the loan number. You're going to select the document type that you are uploading. Let's say normally what we get after the loan is closed, we may have some collateral information. So we may have the actual title policy, and you upload the document. The same feature that we have. You're able to add documents on the loan, business, and contact. You can view the document that I just uploaded right here. So any modifications right now, I know it's like we did an extension, we had to do a flex program, something, and we have to go into notes and look for that. We're not going to have to worry about that anymore. We're going to have them, come in here and see the executed information in here. Any questions?
If we have a returning client, will the documents like the ID, business information be already be transferred, I guess, to the new application? Or
we're going to show you.
Upload?
No, you don't have to upload them again, Enrique. If there is a document that you need to attach to another loan application, we do want that each of application has all the information required for the loan application, but you don't need to upload it again. What it will happen is, let me show you. We are on the document. Mm-hmm. You go into this sign, when it says add index, mm-hmm. It's going to tell you what do you want to attach it to. It's going to keep it on the document that you have, but like in this case, I'm going to attach it to another loan number. I'm going to attach it to loan number 5. In that case, you will be attaching it to the loan mm-hmm. app number, the new loan application that you are doing.
Right.
Okay, and then you click add index, and now this document is going to be on both places.
That's right.
The original application, and you can view it from the new application.
Cool.
I have a question, Ms. Nelly. When there is a co-borrower, will we also have to upload their documents on the launch RDL as well?
Yes.
Or there is a separate one for the co-borrower?
No. If you look at the loan, let me go back to this one.
You got it, Nelly?
Yes.
Okay, great.
Let me reopen this. So if you look, this one actually has a co-borrower. So when you look at the launch application, you can see that in the top, let me go to another one that we have not overwritten. On this application, we have a co-borrower, John Taylor. When I go to launch RDL, we already overwrote it. Okay. Okay. I need to show you one that has the information. You know, right now in RDL, it only says, oh, we have same information for co-borrower, and it doesn't really give you. In this case, it actually gives you the co-borrower's information, each section for them. Let me go to this one. Okay. So on this one, you see it's asking me driver license for Jorge Muñiz, which is the borrower, and Juan Rivera Sr., that is the co-borrower, or vice versa. I think this is the co-borrower, this is the borrower, this is the co-borrower. On the financials information, it's asking me the same thing, the information for Jorge Muñiz and the information for Juan Rivera.
Okay, great. Thank you.
Any other questions?
All right, guys. Well, as I mentioned, first, they're fixing some of the stuff. They're actually fixing stuff right now. I'm verifying some of the elements that we've submitted already. As soon as I know, I will email you all and include your team members so they will allow you to get this in. We're hoping that it won't take you too long. If you need support, please call one of us four to help you and walk you through, or just to shop as you're walking and navigating, so that you feel comfortable in it. That's super important to us. And then as soon as we do notify you, if you could at least give us a time frame during that day when you'll be completed, because as Nelly mentioned, our go live date and upgrade is starting August 31st. So again, we appreciate the time and commitment and your support on this. We couldn't do it without you. We're hoping that you provide us insights that we may not have fully been able to capture, but we feel pretty confident that we have answered to some of the pain points that you guys have had for quite a while, and affirmation of that is greatly appreciated as well. So talk to you soon. Thank you for your time this morning. I apologize for having to change the time from Friday, but they were still working on some things and we needed to get that done. But I feel pretty confident we'll be ready for you guys pretty soon. Have a great
Thank you, everyone. Bye-bye.